Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO coming back at y'all with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Black Clover chapter 309. So if that's something y'all want to see, stay tuned. So the chapter starts off with pulling up to the battle scene, and pretty much he has two grimoires. We seen that in the last chapter, and that's kind of what Z9 is like. He's like, what on earth? Like, why does this man have two grimoires? And it hit Z9 and it basically knocked some sense into him. Then we get some narration, and basically the narration explains that Yuno's mom had moon magic, Yuno's father had sun magic, and they've been pretty much passing down these special magics for generations and generations and generations. And the next in line in their generation is Yuno Grinberrio. So that is how Yuno was able to acquire this magic that he has, which is star magic. And I think it's a really fitting magic for him. It's really special to him because it's just passed down from his bloodline. So whatever happened with his bloodline, there's a couple possibilities that could have happened. There's maybe that, there was another bloodline and then a bloodline, and then they decided to mix those two bloodlines. And then that is why they were able to preserve it, because it's kind of, it get a little weird if you try to preserve it with one bloodline. I'm just saying, but it probably could have been like two different bloodlines. Like maybe one of the bloodlines had a certain type of cosmos magic and the other bloodline had another type, and they were just like cool families, and they're like, all right, these two families agree to just continuously pass down these magic types because we think they're sacred and special, so we want to preserve. Because let's face it, if they were not going to preserve, if they did not intentionally preserve the magic, then somewhere along the line the magic would have got lost. But this is for generations and generations, so we know that some things happened in the past, like a Grinberrio had sealed some ancient demons and sealed all kind of creatures and stuff like that. So they have some like pretty gnarly magical power, because that was back then. Over time, that magic kind of just gets stronger and stronger till it comes out with somebody like Yuno was only possible because of the mom with the moon magic and the dad with the sun magic, because we know that magic is inherited. That's why Yuno has the wind magic as well, because he has the elf soul of Lick's son, whose mother had wind magic. So that's how he inherited that wind magic. Now the thing about Xenon pretty much, soon as he gets hit, it knocks some sense into him. He immediately knows that Yuno is who Yuno is. Yuno is Yuno Grinberrio, the heir to the royal family. And we know because Xenon is, as far as we've seen, Xenon is loyal to the Spade Kingdom, guys. Like he kind of like one of those rulers who just rule with power, and that's how he feels that the Spade Kingdom should be ruled in order for the Spade Kingdom to survive. And that's why they did like a takeover of the Spade Kingdom, because they thought that they were going to be better to lead the Spade Kingdom. Maybe they wanted to like conquer the other kingdoms and stuff like that. They just wanted to rule just with power, over everybody else. And is kind of different. That's why the fight between Yuno and Xenon is going the way it's going, because Xenon thinks the Spade Kingdom should be a certain way, and Yuno thinks the Spade Kingdom should be a certain way. So they're just gonna be clashing ideals. And Yuno is saying in this chapter, I'm gonna get to it in a second actually, let me touch on some other stuff. So something I want to touch on is pretty much everybody in this chapter is acknowledging Yuno's star magic. They got Finral acknowledging him, saying like, basically, how do you have two grimoires? They got Langris being like, who are you?
Wait a minute, who are you?
And I feel like that was a cold line. This is the coldest line. Is like, I am Yuno, the Golden Dawn vice captain. I like that because that shows where Yuno's loyalty lies. Like, just because Yuno is born in the Spade Kingdom, he really don't have ties there. Like, who is Yuno cool with in the Spade Kingdom? He really not cool with nobody except for like Rolf and and like that. But like, if we go to the Clover Kingdom, that man cool with Asta, he cool with Finral, he cool with Langris, he cool with William, he cool with Mimosa. Like, he not from the Spade Kingdom, he's from the Clover Kingdom. He was just born in the Spade Kingdom. but he grew up in the Clover Kingdom, so that's all he really knows. Now, Yuno did make it clear that he cannot win with the star magic alone. Now, that just may be due to the fact that he newly acquired it, which, considering he newly acquired it, that man do got some spells already to say he just got star magic. But he says he cannot, you know, win the battle only with star magic, so he's going to rely on his wind and his star magic. Now, he needs Bell, so Bell pretty much stores up some energy within him, and he goes back into his Spirit Dive form. So Spirit Dive combined with star magic, so he's using his wind magic and his star magic at the same time, so that's cool to see. And the reason I say that's cool to see, because it could have been like a situation, it could have been one or two ways, and I like this way that it went better. The other way it could have went is he could have just switched out grimoires, but this way he uses them simultaneously, so that's basically what it's showing us right there. But that being said, the battle gets underway. Zenon does not want Yuno to survive, so that leads me to believe that back when Yuno was a baby, Zenon probably would have took him out when he was a baby if he would have caught him, just because how bad Zenon wants Yuno to like perish. But you know, Yuno uses a spell, Scutum, or I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm gonna just say Scutum, but that's basically a star constellation. So what that means is, you know, star magic is really versatile. Like, he could use the constellations from the stars to give it attributes. So that could explain why back in time, like long time ago, they had sealed up, you know, the ancient demons, because cosmic magic just seems like very versatile. If he could use like the constellations, you know, they all have different attributes. So it could just be a wide variety of uses for his star magic. But going back to present day, this fight right here, this is a spell right here, Scutum, to basically put up a barrier of defense. So the bones were not penetrating that, which is cool to see, because those bones are powerful. We've seen them tear through things, but they ain't tear through that defense of that star magic. Then he uses star magic conjunction to dodge more attacks from Zenon, and that's just like instant teleportation. Pretty much instant speed, instant movement. Like, he can move instantly between his stars. That is crazy, guys. That's basically what he needed to get on Zenon level, because y'all see how fast Zenon was moving, and Yuno just had to match those movements. So now Yuno is instant speed, and he could go against Zenon. And I was right about my theory of Yuno's grimoire being something special to his royal family, because that's kind of how Laura Petrica's was. You know, Laura Petrica's magic was passed down, so I was expecting Yuno's to be passed down as well, especially since he has a 4-leaf grimoire. I was expecting him to have a significant grimoire too in the spade. Like, imagine if it was just a regular grimoire, it wouldn't match his 4-leaf grimoire, so it wouldn't be any use for it, because the 4-leaf grimoire would just be so much better for him, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that it seems like the 4-leaf grimoire is actually going to be matched with the spade grimoire, because it was passed down and it's really significant. So we get Zenon basically saying, I want to crush you. So it's basically the battle of ideals, you know what I'm saying? Yuno is really righteous and Zenon is corrupted. So Zenon thinks that even though he's corrupted, he gained power, and Yuno is like, no, that's the incorrect way to get power. I have been righteous and I will be victorious. So they're basically fighting to see who is right, literally, because Zenon took the dark path, Yuno took the righteous path, and now they're fighting to see which one was right. But they're both kind of fighting for the sake of the Spade Kingdom. So we're just gonna see whose ideology prevails in this battle. Then we get the best spread of the chapter. The last panel, amazing. It's a clash. It's just getting started. I feel like we ain't even at the climax, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.